All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechak double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believer. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I had to burp. But true words are being spoken here. Everything that he's going into will happen because it's prophecy. And the men of the Lord have been trying to tell our people what's going on in the Middle East, even though they so-called open and straight up. You know, prophecy have the last say so. World War III will happen. Chaos will spread around the world. And all of this is the reason why they're doing these things. Because you have to understand that they need chaos. Order out of chaos. Or chaos. Okay, in the Latin. So, order out of chaos, that's how they bring order. They have to create a problem, get a reaction, and have a solution. Now, everything that this man is saying is going to happen. Matter of fact, I think I need a blue letter for this. Because I want to get Luke real quick. Prophecy is the only thing that's relevant. That's why it's called the testimony of Yahushua in Revelation 19:10. So it said there should be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. And the reason I'm reading this is because upon the earth, the stress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Okay. Sea and the waves, it's not talking about water. It's talking about people, multitude, nations, and tongues. Like I say in Revelation 17 and 15. Okay. Now, perplexity, we're going to look up that word. Distress, we're going to look up that word. Because that's what's about to come to the earth. Men heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, because it's going to get so out of hand that the people who think that they're running things, they're going to be like, what the hell is going on? The Lord is in control. So they have their intentions. The Lord have his intentions, and his intentions is always going to stand. Okay. As it say in Proverbs 19 and 21, it said there are many devices in a man's heart, but nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord shall stand. Okay. So
Strong's G 4928, Sunache.
a holding together, a narrowing, a contracting part of a way, metaphor, straits, distress, anguish. Okay. So that is going to be the situation that people are going to be in. That's going to be the characteristics of what people are going to be feeling when all hell break loose. And then we're going to get perplexity, the state of one who is in perplex. All right. Now, when you get the root word,
Strong's G 639, Apareo.
to be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting, to be embarrassed. Because remember, the scripture says the trust in Egypt should be your confusion. It said, woe unto the rebellious children, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that take counsel but not of me, that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That's what it comes down to. It's easier to just to live after the flesh instead of being disciplined and trying to follow the Lord to the best of your ability, his ways. All right, so they say, fuck it. Hey, following Pharaoh is more fun. I can do what I want. No constructive criticism that way. That walk to go down to Egypt, which is the form of today, is going to go vote. Okay, going to go protest All of that. All right. And have not asked in my mouth to strengthen himself in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore should the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, because the strength comes from the Lord. So this devil have a time to rule, and his time is up. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. So you will be embarrassed. But let's get into it.
I'm gonna make your country go broke. Your country go broke. No one's gonna have shit. F the oil. I'm gonna light it all on fire. I'm gonna destroy my infrastructure. Just make everybody feel it.
So eventually, you have to understand the implications. So like a couple months ago, when they first went over there, well, actually it's been like a month and a half now. So like a month and a half ago, when they went over there, I made a video talk about the implications that most people don't consider. So oil, a lot of things are contingent upon oil, medicine, fertilizer, farming, all of that, heating, cooling, transportation, all of that. You stop that, you put the world at a standstill, and that will eventually happen. See, right now they're trying to cripple that side of the world. Like I said, Trump just opened up the strait. So ironic that China, had a threat talking about, basically, I'm gonna put it in layman's term, nigga, you better open up that strait because you fucking with our money now. All right. So, another downfall for America. You already was getting your ass handed to you to Iran. Now China made a threat. Now you open up the Strait of Hormuz. So, point is, the weak is strong, as the scripture says in Joel 3:10. Let the weak say I'm strong. And also Babylon the Great, as it's saying, I think it's Isaiah 14:10. It say, have you become as weak as we? So all of this is prophecy, that what he just said. Because all of this is going to lead to this, and it's going to come unsuspectedly. Because that's what this scripture means. It said, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the fool's storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
I'm gonna make your country go broke. Your country go broke. No one's gonna have shit. F the oil. I'm gonna light it all on fire. I'm gonna destroy my infrastructure. Just make everybody feel it.
See, the thing about, like I said, he's speaking true words, but can he tie it to biblical prophecy? See, the Lord said in Joel 2 that he will pour out his spirit upon all flesh, right? So as Elder Yashawamba coined, these people, the third witness, and also in the law, everything got to be established by 2 or 3 witnesses. So, Esau, Edom, that's your ass. But the point is that he ain't bring out one scripture. That's our job. We take their talking points, filter it through the scriptures. I've seen this man over the years, and I think he used to be in the military or still in the military like that. Whatever. I forgot his name. But why are they going to crash the system? Like I said in the beginning of the video, to bring forth the squeeze. Because everything is going to lead to, you're going to have to take a microchip to be able to participate in society. And then you're going to love that that's an option, because it's going to get so bad. And you're also going to be like, damn, I guess I have no choice. Just like at the time of the pandemic when people took the snake oil. Okay? So.
You'll start seeing war on the streets when that gas hits $20 a gallon.
You sure would. And that's scripture. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall suddenly be afraid. And that is going to be the chaos that's going to be on the earth at this time. That's going to be the sedition that's going to cause people to uprise. And like he just said, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. And the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. That's twofold. That goes into literal drought. Also this word, Because you got to understand, when the Lord take us off the street, it's no reason for the Lord to prolong, not destruction not to come. So when the Lord take us off the street, he's going to allow all hell to break loose. This is what people don't understand. That's why the scripture says, seek ye out the Lord while he may be found. When you go to Ecclesiastes 12, it talks about coming to the Lord before the evil day draw nigh, before the moon get dark, before the sun get dark, before the stars don't shine. All right. Which this represents bad times, and also we are the stars. You go into the dream of Genesis 37 with Joseph. All right. Going to Deuteronomy 1:10. We'll be as the stars of heaven. We are the ones who shine the light into the world. So when that get dark, it's going to get real dark. I'm quoting a lot of scriptures for, time's sake, do your due diligence and go read it. But Amos 5:18 talks about the day of the Lord is darkness and no brightness in it. So that's what's coming.
Absolutely.
You don't have to have a world war. You'll have one here. You don't give a shit.
You will have a world war here. All right. When all hell break loose. So it said, woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand. This is the trumpet right here. For there should be a sedition among men, and invading one another, they should not regard their kings nor princes in the course of their actions stand in their power. That's what would happen. If gas did go up $20, all hell will break loose. I give it 48 hours. All right. If you go to the grocery store and there's no food there, as we read in 2 Ezra 6:22, suddenly should the sown places appear unsown, all hell will break loose in 10 hours. Okay. Because one thing about Babylonians, also known as Americans, also known as Egyptians, also known as, Sodomites. Okay. Because Revelation 11:8 said that the great city is spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. Now, we all are addicted to chemicals. We're not even eating real food. So most people, eat all day because you're not getting, the nutrients, the vitamins, the proteins, what you're supposed to get. All right. So imagine when people can't get their favorite snack. Imagine when people can't get a cigarette, weed, alcohol. All hell gonna break loose that day. That day.
Out of world war. That electricity won't even be on. You can't afford that.
And that's the cyber attacks that the men of the Lord been telling you that's going to come. And we're telling you that it's going to come. And they telling you that it's going to come. Because they always throw it out there. They always talk about cyber attacks every year. Just to put it out there. All right. And then guess who they always blame? Iran, China, or Russia. And they even throw in North Korea sometimes.
Been turning on the news to find out there's a world war. You got to go fight your neighbor. You got to go up the street. You got to go rob a store for whatever goods they have because bread costs $50.
Right. And the Lord talks about that, as we just read in 2 Ezra 6:24, friends fighting each other like enemies. But it said, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. They shall fight one another against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. Okay. So that means that World War III going to be going on. Civil War going to be going on. Chaos is going to ensue. Then martial law. And a man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
$20. You want a peanut butter jelly sandwich, you're going to have to go kill somebody for it. Everybody's got morals while they got money in their pocket. Mm-hmm. But as soon as the money's gone, you'll see how many morals you really have.
And that is scripture. Because why? For there, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, houses shall be destroyed, men shall be afraid. A man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, spoil their goods. Why? Because of lack of bread and great tribulation. And Matthews 24:12 says, since iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay? So everything this man is saying, true words. He don't know about biblical prophecy. But even a man with good sense can be like, hey, this will happen if this happens. And the scripture said it will happen. I just wonder why all these talking points is in the scriptures. Wow. That is so ironic. That should make you be like, That should make your little light bulb go off in your head. Your antennas raise. Why is everything that's happening in the world is in the scriptures? You should ask yourself, huh?
It's a society. That shit goes out the window. That's one of the first things that's going to go out the window.
And then another thing too, people don't even know the scriptures. They don't even quote the scriptures. I just want to know why, even when they talk about things that will happen, could happen, why is it in the scriptures? I just think that's so crazy. This Bible was written way before we was here. Okay? These prophecies is 1,000 years old. Living book, baby.
The truth. But your morals is going to go out the window. You will steal. You will lie. You will cheat. You will to eat, to survive.
Yeah. Even as you're talking, I'm like, my God, this is biblical. I pray that it doesn't come down to this point.
We all should.
You said you hope that it don't come down to this point. If the Lord said it, it shall come to pass. Now, the guy that's the interviewer, which I don't know who he is, can't see his face, he said it's biblical. What he should have done is at least quote. So you have to understand, this also proves that people listen to the prophets. It might go in one ear and out the other, but when it goes out, a little stay. It's in the back of their mind. What if these guys are right? You know?
We all should.
And this man is crazy. He ready to kill somebody. Like I said, I've been seeing him over the years. He always talking about this type of stuff. Not in this context, but just talking about, putting people down. Like I said, I think he in the military, used to be in the military. But the point is that look at his face the whole time. He like, yeah, I hope it don't come, but shit, if it does, it is what it is. It's a type of spirit that people are going to be in, especially Esau, Edom. That's why the Lord coined the time to come, Jacob's trouble. Alas, for that day is great, that is nothing like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. That's talk about the elect, which we hope to be a part of, which I hope to be a part of. Jeremiah 30:7, I quoted.
As we all know, self-preservation, that's the first law of the land.
Mm-hmm.
There is another part of the world that cannot afford for us to control that oil.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't. Then we're playing an entire different game. I mean, it's energy warfare.
I'm gonna make you.
Well, first of all, that's when Habakkuk 2:5. He goeth. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read that, and then I got one more, and I'm gonna end it. Because this is what it comes down. Oh, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death. So the Lord is telling you that everywhere this man go, death and hell follow. All right? And cannot be satisfied, never have enough. He got all the resources to himself, and now he wants the souls of men. Literally. He wanted to put a microchip in your brain, in your hand, and control you like a robot, man. And it sounds crazy, but watch his movies, watch his shows. He's telling you what he want. But gather unto himself all nations and heap unto him all people. Okay? He done it with the dollar. He trying to do it with the new system that he trying to bring forth. Okay? And It's all good because the Lord got us. I be trying to end my videos with this scripture every time, because that has kept the words of my patience. I will also keep you from the hour of temptation. Everything that he's talking about is the hour of temptation, with the microchip being the cherry on top, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right. So we good. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Seek ye out the Lord while he may be found. And Shalom.